Alright, photographers, I want to show you today how to do some of the darkroom techniques that the Surrealist photographers were using back in the day. People like Hans Belmer and his creepy doll photographs, and Man Ray and some of his photographs and portraits as well. So what I'm going to do is start out with a portrait. Here it's in color. I've already done a bit of pre-editing just to speed it up a little bit, so you can see in the bottom right hand corner here I've got some curves adjustments just to tweak it a little bit, and in the style of the Surrealist photographers from the early 20th century I'm going to go black and white here. Now what I want to show you is how to take this and invert the photograph. So that means that you're going to invert the whole image into the exact opposite. So blacks become white, white become black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my adjustment layers, going to flatten it down to one single image in black and white, and then the invert function is simply up here in adjustments, right down here, Control I is invert. Get this wild, creepy kind of inversion. So you can see the highlights in her eyes get inverted, so do everything. So it's an inverted grayscale, which is kind of a cool thing. So I'm going to edit, undo. The other thing you can do is you can play with it if you want. I can make like a mask here, and I'm going to hit Control-Shift-I to select everything but her eyes, and then with things selected, when I go into that adjustment and invert, it selects everything except for her eyes, which is another weird kind of creepy technique. Alright, so there you go, that's inverting, and it's kind of a cool technique for experimenting with that. Back in the day, the inverting happened all in the darkroom, and now it's a simple click of a Photoshop menu item. So the other thing that I wanted to show you that was also popular in that time was a solarization technique, and that simply comes down to a filter here in Photoshop. So the filter menu is up here at the top. I believe it's in Stylize, yes, in Stylize, Solarize, and Solarize gives it that kind of metallic-y look to it, very similar to Man Ray and some of the other portrait photographers of the day. So there you go. There are two techniques that you can use to help kind of mimic some of the techniques. If you're wondering how the heck to get some of those techniques that you saw in those classic Surrealist photos, there you have it. Good luck.